Hello and welcome. This is yoga for beginners. My name is Terri, and this class is for those who have had a little bit of yoga experience and also people that are new to yoga. So I'll have some modifications available, and for those who want a challenge, I'll also have some more challenging exercises for those people. So we're going to actually start with our feet hip distance apart. So find a comfortable mat or a nice piece of carpet you can stand on, and make sure you have comfortable clothing and you're standing nice and tall. So you're lifting and extending from the crown of your head. Your shoulders are relaxed and you're breathing easy. So you're taking a nice deep breath in, just a nice natural breath. So you want to breathe from your diaphragm and less from your chest. When you breathe from your chest, the breathing is much more shallow and you don't get as much oxygen in the body. So here's a quick exercise you can do to make sure that you're breathing from your belly and down low. So put one hand on your chest and the other hand on the belly. Take a couple of natural breaths. And then just notice where the movement is. So if there's a lot of movement in that top hand, then you know that you're breathing too shallow in the chest. Think about taking the breath into that bottom hand. So you want a nice, slow, deep, even breath. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the nose. You want to be able to practice this a minute or two every day. Just take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Making sure you're not breathing rapid, shallow breaths up high, that you're dropping the breath into the belly. And this kind of deep breathing will bring more oxygen to your body. It'll bring more oxygen to your brain. You'll have better cognitive benefits, and of course you'll have more physical benefits too. You'll bring more energy. Good, let's just take another nice deep breath, inhaling through the nose. Good, and then relax your hands to your side. Good, well we're gonna warm up the body. We're gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna lift the arms up. We're gonna go ahead and take one wrist, and you're gonna grab that wrist and take it over to the side. And you're gonna slowly exhale into a nice soft lateral bend. And then you're gonna inhale nice and tall. And then reach the other arm, grab the wrist, gently take it over. And again, you're listening to your body. So only go where it feels comfortable for you, and then slowly bring it back up. Good, we're gonna exhale down. We're gonna take another nice deep breath. Inhale up. This time we're gonna soften our knees. We're gonna bring the hands behind us as we interlace the fingers, and then as we stand tall, we're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together. So it looks like this. You've got those shoulder blades squeezing together. You're opening up your heart center. And then we're gonna relax the hands back to our side. Let's do that one more time. Inhale deep. Start your exhale, soften your knees. Comfortably place your hands behind your back. And you can either just put your hands on your lower back, take a nice deep breath and open. Or you can squeeze those shoulder blades together if it's comfortable. So you've got two options. And then you're gonna soften the knees again and take a deep breath up. This time we're gonna bring our hands to heart, and we're gonna bring our hands to prayer as we bend the knees. And then we're gonna take another deep breath, coming up. Exhale to heart, bend the knees, glide the hips back. And we're starting to come into a squat. And this is in yoga called the chair. You decide how deep you wanna go. So the knees stay over the toes. Don't go beyond the toes, so you should be able to see your toes as your hips drop back. One more time. And gently drop into your chair. So you can stay right here and breathe, or you can take the arms forward so they're parallel to the ground. And this is really going to build up wonderful strength in the lower body, the hips and hamstrings, the glutes. Now there's two options here. You can add a twist, taking the opposite arm to the knee and the other hand wraps around, looking back over your shoulder. And then you can inhale parallel to the ground again, and then add a twist. We're going to do that one more time. Arms are parallel to the ground. So either just add a twist or take the hands to heart and do a prayer twist, coming a little deeper. Inhale back to center, the arms straight or bent, twist. Good, coming back to center, even if the arms are out to the front. Take another deep breath. And then as you lower the arms, take another deep breath up, gently stretch. We're gonna bring one arm to the side. This arm's gonna reach up as the other arm reaches towards the ground. And then both arms come up. The other hand goes, slides down the legs towards the feet, and the other arm reaches tall to the ceiling. So that's a nice long lateral bend. Take another deep breath up. And then we're going to take our arms out to the side. You're going to take a nice deep breath. You're going to relax your arms as you bend your knees and just let the arms swing. One arm in front, one arm in back. Just warming up the shoulders. Relax through the hips and knees. Just a gentle swing. And we'll do two more. Good, last one. And then taking your arms out to the side, we're gonna do some arm work. So I want you to make like you're holding a tennis ball, and you're gonna turn right and left. So it's like you're turning a doorknob on either side. So you're really working those shoulders, adding a twist. So as one hand comes forward, the other one goes back. So notice how I'm rotating through the shoulders. So you're getting some nice range of motion. Holding those imaginary doorknobs as you twist. One twist forward as the other one twists back. Good, one more time each side. Last time. And then gently reach from wall to wall. And those arms should be starting to be a little fatigued, so just melt them on down. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and take our feet a little bit wider. And you're gonna be nice and tall. We're gonna inhale our arms to a V. We're gonna exhale and bend the knees and the elbows together. So this is a cactus pose. They call it the goddess. We're gonna inhale to a 5-pointed star. So both arms and legs are straight. You're reaching out from your center, and then you're gonna exhale, soften. So the knees bend, the knees are going in the direction of the toes. The arms are like goalposts. And then take a nice deep breath and stretch. Good, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Take your time, exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. And last time, exhale, bend. And inhale, stretch. Now you have an option here of just coming into the goddess pose and staying here. Or again, you can take the arms behind your back. Interlace the fingers as you squeeze the shoulder blades, gently come forward. Leading with the heart. And then inhaling back up. Keep that bend in the knee. Inhale the arms all the way up. We're going to interlace the fingers. We're going to stretch the palms. So the legs are straight, but we're stretching the palms straight up to the ceiling. So make sure you haven't locked your knees, because we're going to bend over one more time for a nice side twist, or bend. And then we're going to inhale nice and tall. And then you're gonna laterally bend to the other side and then maybe add a little twist. So the twist is very subtle. We're looking up at the ceiling. And then you're gonna slowly come back up. Good, come on down. Take those arms out to the side again, reaching wall to wall. We're gonna give ourselves a hug. You're gonna relax those shoulders. And then you're gonna inhale and expand straight back. And then the other arm is gonna be on top and we're gonna give ourselves a hug. Drop the chin, relax the back. Good, inhale, open and expand the heart center. And then give yourself a hug, round the back, drop the chin. And then one more time, deep breath. Nice stretch. And then give yourself a hug. Good, we're gonna take the hands now and place them on our thighs. We're gonna bend the knees a little deeper. We're gonna dip our right shoulder. And then we're gonna come back to center and dip the other shoulder. You can do that same exercise or you can take the hand to the floor. Maybe release the free arm up towards the sky. And then hands back on the thighs. We're going to dip the shoulder. Stay here or again drop and expand. Good, both hands bend the knees. Both hands are back on the thighs. We're going to round our back. And we're going to come up one vertebrae at a time, very slowly. Go ahead and walk your feet together. We're going to go right into our balance. So what we're going to do is start with a standing balance. We're going to shift our weight to our right leg. Bring the left foot forward so you're on the ball of your feet. So we're going to start first with our hands on our hips and just see if we can pick up that knee. So if you need a chair, use a chair, but all we're doing is picking up the knee. Looking about 6 feet in front of us. When you get too wobbly or if you feel like you're losing your balance, take that foot back down. Think about again, lifting nice and tall, engaging your core, and then bring that knee up again. Good, now we're going to do that same exercise, but we're going to take the arms out to the side. Shifting your weight to the right leg, pick up the other leg. The same leg as we were working on. But this time we're going to add a little bit of a twist. So keep looking forward, bring the opposite arm forward, and the other arm back. Now if you're holding onto a chair, this is what you'd be doing, is be taking the outside arm and then bringing it across. So one hand can be on the hip, and then just add the arm. Bringing the opposite arm across and above the knee. And then if you're feeling confident, for those intermediate, you can extend the other arm back. When you get tired, just lower the foot, bring everything back to center, melt it on down. Okay, so standing with feet hip distance apart, we're gonna start very, very slow. Shifting the weight to the other side, bring the ball of the foot to the front, take the hands to the hips. Find a place to focus on because we're going to lift the knee. And then place the foot down. Lift the knee. Good, place the foot. Good, lift the knee. Place the foot. And then taking the arms out to the side. We're going to lift the knee. Just bring maybe one arm forward, see how that feels. And then if you're confident and you've been doing yoga a while, you're adding a twist. Opposite arm is reaching forward as the other arm is reaching back. And then you're bringing everything back to center, taking a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, bring it back down. Good, let's relax by just kind of walking in place. So just relax the knees and the ankles and the feet. Good, just walking in place, a couple more. Beautiful, and then shake it out. Good. So we're gonna go ahead and take a nice wide stance and work on some warrior stances. So we're gonna start with the right leg turning towards the wall. The other leg is turning it to a 45-degree angle. We're gonna inhale the arms up and we're dropping into warrior two. So this front knee is over ankle. You have a nice wide stance. Wide if you're more intermediate, more shallow step if you're a beginner. And we're going to stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. And we're going to take the front hand down to the leg. The back arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to reverse this so that this back arm comes behind. The front arm comes forward, reaches to the ceiling. So let's try that again. Make sure the lower body doesn't change. The front arm comes forward, back arm reaches up, reaching for the sky, and then reversing. We're going to do it one more time. Bring it forward, the back arm reaches, stretching. And when you're ready, coming through the center without moving the lower body. Beautiful. And then take your time as you come down because we're switching sides. So this leg turns to 45. This leg turns towards the wall. We bend. We reach the arms. Here's a nice warrior two. The front hand comes down, rests on the leg. The other arm reaches up. And then as we come through warrior two again, the back arm relaxes as the front arm reaches. And then exhale forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale back. And inhale, stretch up. We're going to do it just one more time. Coming forward, back arm reaches overhead. And then keeping that lower body nice and still. The only thing that's moving is that upper body. And then we're going to go ahead and come back to warrior two. We're going to straighten the legs. Gently turn so those toes are forward. We're going to inhale the arms halfway and we're going to exhale, fold forward. So you're hinging from your hips, leading with your heart. You can keep your hands at your hips and just come halfway down. Or you can take the arms and lower them to the ground. Forward fold. You have the option of grabbing your legs or taking your hands and walking them through the legs. Wherever you are, we're going to make sure we take our time walking back up the legs. And again, just allowing the body to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Stacking the vertebrae nice and slow. Roll out the shoulders. Good, and then walk your feet together. Good job. We're going to come to one end and we're going to go ahead and finish the class on the floor. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to exhale, fold forward. Hands to the floor, step back. Now we're gonna make sure that that back leg is nice and loose. So we're just gonna rock a little bit forward and back. And then we're gonna lower that back knee, pressing through this front leg into low lunge. So you're looking up or straight ahead. Good, you take your arms to cactus. And if you're more intermediate, you can try again, taking those hands behind, squeezing those shoulder blades and eyes look up. Or remember, if you're a beginner, stay right here or here. Now we're all going to come together, exhaling forward. And then we're going to slip our hips back and then start to lift this front leg, hamstring stretch. Good, and then lunging forward, both hands come to the inside. We walk that front foot back. We come to hands and knees. So we're placing our hands under our shoulders. And then we're going to tuck our toes, sitting back towards our heels. Just a nice, easy stretch for the feet. We're going to walk the fingers forward, child's pose. And if you're more advanced, you can lower the feet, drop deeper. Now inhale, but keep your hands where they are because we're going to come up. Tuck those toes. If they were already tucked, go ahead and lift the hips and walk the dog. So here's a nice downward facing dog. And we had the left leg forward. Now we're going to bring the right foot forward where the right hand was. And we're in a nice lunge on the other side. We're going to drop that knee. We're going to press into this front leg. We're going to inhale up. Now you can take the hands to the hips and just stay here, or arms overhead. Crescent lunge, or you can take your hands behind you, interlace, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and maybe open up as you look up. If your arms are just overhead, just stay here for a couple more breaths. We're going to exhale, both hands down. We walk the hands back. As the hips go back, the front foot lifts. Fold. Good, lunge forward. Both hands come to the inside. You bring this leg back. Good, and then make sure your hands are under your shoulders. We're gonna go right into cat-cow. So make sure your knees are under your hips. Those wrists are under the shoulders. Nice, easy cat-cow. Just curling the spine. And then we're going to come to a nice neutral back. As the right leg goes back, the opposite hand comes forward, lift them up. Reaching wall to wall, we're going to take the elbow and knee together. And then we're going to reach wall to wall, take a deep breath. Exhale down, other side, lift. Opposite arm is leg, elbow and knee come into chest. Exhale in. Inhale, reach wall to wall. One more time. Good, slowly come back down. Take one leg out to the side, same arm comes up. We're stacking our shoulders. Some of you who are more advanced can open up. Deepen that shoulder stretch. Listen to your body. This hand's gonna come down. This leg's gonna come in. We're gonna switch sides. Good, we're gonna exhale down. Good, come back to tabletop. Just take the arm up, we're gonna do thread the needle. So this hand's gonna go under. You can stop here or you can come down to the shoulder. And then coming back to tabletop, take a nice deep breath. The other arm extends. Remember, you can stop right here and rest on the elbow and rest on the forearm. Add a nice twist, looking up. Or you can glide down all the way to the shoulder and rest your ear on the floor. One more breath, and then everything comes back up to tabletop. And we sit our hips back. Good. And then we just drop onto our hips. And then we're gonna bring our feet forward. We're gonna find the middle of our mat. If you have a mat, or just bring yourself up a little bit. So we're gonna work on our core right now. We're gonna start with sitting in a boat position. So the hands go underneath the knees. We sit up nice and tall. We flex the feet so that we're balancing on our heels. We lean back, finding our sit bones. This might be your boat right here. Your hands stay behind your knees and you just trying to lift your legs to tabletop, maybe alternating. If you've been doing yoga for a while, you're gonna bring your feet together. Your arms are gonna extend. You're gonna keep your chest lifted. Much more challenging. Remember to keep breathing. And then when you're tired and ready to go, make sure the feet are nice and wide. We're gonna drop the feet. We're gonna take the hands to the inside. We're gonna walk the fingers forward. Relax your back. Good, now walk your hands back. Bring your feet again so they're hip distance apart. Take your hands to your hips. Slide your hips closer in towards your heels. We're gonna roll down onto our spine with our hands at our side. Take a nice deep breath. Good, take a deep breath as you pull your navel in towards your spine. You're gonna exhale as you push your lower back into the mat or floor. Then you're gonna take a nice deep breath and expand. And then again, navel to spine, exhaling. Good, so you're engaging your deep core muscles. Inhaling here, navel to spine, press into the floor. One last time, inhale, expand. And exhale, suck your stomach into your spine. Good, and now make sure your feet are flat on the floor. We're gonna press into our feet. Start to raise our hips as we shift our weight to our shoulders. This is bridge pose. You're breathing, you're relaxed. This is a wonderful exercise to strengthen the lower back. Good, stay here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready to come out of your bridge, you're going to start from the neck and you're going to roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. And then you're going to take your arms out to the side. You're going to pick up your legs to tabletop. And you're going to rock from side to side. If you're a beginner, you might want to just grab those knees and make some nice slow circles, just to allow your lower back to relax. This is a great way to massage that lower back. Circle the other way. If you're more intermediate, maybe you're just rocking from side to side, starting to use those side oblique muscles. And we're going to go a little lower each time. When you're ready, go ahead and lower the feet and the knees together to the floor. You're going to look over the other shoulder. Good, come back to center. Lift the top leg and then the bottom leg. We're back at tabletop. We're gonna rock from side to side. And just take your time. Again, allowing that lower back to relax. When you're ready, take the knees to one side. So you want to relax and take this into a nice deep stretch. This is a wonderful lower back stretch. One more nice deep breath. And then both legs are going to come up. We're going to lower the feet to the floor. You're going to reach underneath. We're going to grab one of our knees and we're going to slide the other leg long. We're going to peel up and maybe lift the extended leg. And then this extended leg's going to bend. We're going to cross ankle over knee. Go into a nice figure 4 back stretch. So this is for beginners. Beginners will just put a little bit of pressure on the knees, open up the hip. Those are more intermediate are going to reach behind the back leg. Coming into lying pigeon. Relax and breathe. Nice deep hip stretch. We're going to take one more deep breath. And then both legs are going to lower to the floor. We're going to switch sides. So the other knee comes to chest. The other leg extends long. Maybe you peel up. And then cross ankle over knee as the straight leg bends. You come into a figure 4, stretching out that hip, reaching behind that back leg. Taking 2 more full breaths. And then we're going to lower both feet to the floor. We're going to do one more abdominal exercise. So we're going to bring the legs up to tabletop, flexing the feet and then extending them up towards the ceiling. Imagine we're walking on the ceiling. So the legs are doing a little scissors. We're engaging our core. For beginners, this is all you want to do is just alternate scissoring the legs. If you're more advanced, you want to start to lower those legs down to 45 degrees. It's time to really work those abs. And then slowly walk it back up. Stay here or walk down. halfway down, then walk back up. Or just stay here. This is great just to reverse the blood flow, get the blood out of the feet and ankles and into the rest of the body. Good, a couple more. Good, and then bend both legs. We're gonna hug both knees into chest. And then we're gonna lower our feet to the floor. We're gonna bring our hands down. We're gonna lift up. So you're gonna peel your head and shoulders off, coming onto your elbows, and then extend one leg, and then sit up nice and tall as you take the other leg and hug it in towards the chest. So we're trying to lengthen the spine. Sit up nice and tall. Then we're going to take this foot, cross it over, add a twist. Coming back to center, switching legs, so this one hugs in tight. So we're using all those muscles in the back to sit up tall. And you can stay right here with the foot on the inside and give it a hug, or you can take it to the outside, a little deeper stretch. This hand's like a kickstand, looking back over your shoulders. Come on to the knuckle, you can have the hand flat, whatever feels best. And remember to breathe. Take one more nice deep breath and then come back to the center. We're going to extend both legs long. We're going to walk our fingers out and see if we can grab either the ankles or the toes. Good, nice deep hamstring stretch. Slowly come up, we're gonna bend our knees. We're gonna turn, and so we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. So you're gonna just relax your knees, just like some butterfly wings. Just loosen up the hips a little bit. So just a real soft bouncing. If you want to get a deeper stretch, one hand goes behind the back, the other hand puts a little pressure on the knee. You're just working that knee towards the floor. So you're deepening that hip stretch. But listen to your body. Put just very, very gentle pressure. And then switch sides. So light pressure, and just relax. Allow that knee to drop on its own. Don't force it. Good, and then we're going to go ahead and grab either at the ankles and the elbows, we drop those knees and we fold forward, or just grab the toes. Good, and then slowly rolling up, we're going to take one leg forward, the other leg's going to stay in. So again, trying to work that knee down, we're going to walk this hand forward, and then either again just grabbing around the shin and the ankle, or maybe reaching for the toes. It's not just a wonderful stretch for the hamstrings, but it's wonderful for the back. Bring the other leg in, walk your hands out, stop until you feel some resistance. Start to relax forward. Some of you can go deeper. Good, and then slowly coming back up. We're going to bend both knees so they're both facing to the right in one direction. This next exercise is a wonderful stretch. It's called the deer pose. We're going to turn towards in the direction that the knees are going, we're going to turn and twist. Coming back to center. You can stay right here and just do some windshield washers. It's like the windshield, back and forth. And then when you're ready, make sure the knees are going the other direction so you can add your twist. Good, coming back to center. Good, we're gonna cross at our ankles. And we're gonna sit up really nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath, lift from the crown. Good, when you're ready, interlace your fingers. We're gonna take the palms away and round the back. We're gonna make some circles out in front. And then we're going to circle the other direction. Just relax your spine. And sitting up nice and tall, we're going to finish with some neck exercises by bringing the shoulders up to the ears, exhaling it back down. One more time, shrug the shoulders, and release. The next exercise is going to be a neck stretch. We're going to dip the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take the left arm, float it up. And sitting up nice and tall, this arm's going to come across. We're almost done. Sitting up nice and tall, the other ear dips to shoulder. Opposite arm starts to float up. And when you're ready, this arm comes across the chest. And then we're going to return everything to center. We're going to take a nice full breath. Inhale the arms up, hands come to prayer. We exhale to the heart. We're going to do 3 more. Take it at your pace. Return to your heart center, take a final cleansing breath. And I'd like to wish you namaste. Thank you for joining me. See you again next week.